Hey, what's going on everybody? JS Cards here coming at you with a Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. Today we're going to be going over my Earth Machine deck. I've really been enjoying this lately, so I thought I would profile it for you. Before we jump into the video though, check out yourplaymat.com, link will be down below. Over there you can get customized playmats, mouse pads, card sleeves. You can also scroll through their site and check out their pre-made designs. Really cool artwork and things like that are on there. But if you want your own artwork or logo on card sleeves or a playmat, then check out Your Playmat. You can go through and set up your own designs and they will make a really cool product for you guys. You can use the link down below in the description to save some money as well as support the channel. But without any further ado, let's jump into this deck profile. We're going to start off, of course, with the monsters. So I have 3 copies of Machina Metal Cruncher. If you control no face-up cards, you can normal summon this card without tributing, but its attack becomes 1800. You can reveal 3 Earth Machine monsters from your deck, then your opponent randomly adds one of them into your hand and the rest go back into the deck. So this is a great starting card. I also play 1 Citadel and 1 Fortress. We also have trains in here, so I'm playing 3 copies of Daracrane and 1 copy of Bullet Train. I really like Daracrane because you can chain block with it, and I've seen some builds that are playing 2 copies. I think I'm going to stick with 3 for now, but maybe in the future if I decide to throw in something different, maybe I'll test out 2 Daracrane, but I really like 3. And then we have the 1 Ancient Gear box. Then we move on to our Infinitrack monsters. So we have 3 copies of Harvester, 3 copies of Dozer, Double Trencher, and then we have 1 Anchor Drill and 1 Tunneler. I think this is pretty standard. Harvester and Dozer are your more important ones, but these all serve a purpose. And then we're playing just 1 monster hand trap, and that is Ash Blossom, just because it can stop a variety of different things. But you can play Veilers in here as well. Some people even like to play Nibiru, since there are some popular combo decks running around. For right now, we're just playing the Ash Blossoms, and this has been fine. Moving on to the spells, I play 3 copies of Machina Redeployment. This card lets you search for your Machina monsters, but it also has you discard a card in order to search. So at the same time, you're filling up your grave. I also play 3 Heavy Forward. This lets you add an Infinitrack monster from your deck to your hand, and if you have a Machine Exceed monster you control, you can either change its battle position or you can attach this card to it as material. So really cool card here. And then I play 3 copies of Urgent Schedule. And then for the last spell card, I just have the 1 Called by the Grave. We might as well play it. We might as well be able to stop a hand trap or something else from the grave. And, you know, because it is at 1, it's always fun when you see it at the right time or you draw it at the right moment. So yeah, we're just going to play the 1. Let's move on to the traps. Starting off, I play, of course, 3 Overdrive. This card is insane as well. Target 1 machine monster you control and then special summon 1 Machina monster with a different name from your hand or deck. If you do, that monster you targeted is destroyed, but that's fine. But you can banish this card when it's in your grave and then target 3 of your machine monsters that are banished or in your graveyard and then shuffle them back into the deck. This is insane. It lets you reuse your machines. Plus it lets you draw a card. So this is nuts. Definitely a 3 of. I really like this trap card. Great recyclability. And of course we're going to want to draw a card. Then we have 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence, the other hand trap of the deck. These could be Veilers. You could add Veilers in as well if you wanted, or play different hand traps, but we're going to go with Infinite Impermanence. And lastly, we're ending with the Imperial Order. We don't play that many spells. We can always use all of our spells before we activate this. So yeah, we're going to play the 1 Imperial Order. I really like it. So that's it for the main deck. It's 40 cards. Let's move on to the extra deck. Starting with our links, we're of course going to want to play 3 copies of Infinitrack Goliath. This is like your most important one. You make this card a lot, easily, like 3 times in a turn or when you're doing your combo. And then when it is in your graveyard with all the recyclability in this deck, you can get it back into your extra deck and then just keep going next turn. I also played double copies of Anger Knuckle, and for the last Link monster, I have the 1 copy of Ancient Gear Ballista. For our Exceed monsters, I have the 1 River Stormer, and then we just have a couple good generic Link monsters, including a number 38 and a Dingirsu. For our rank 9s, we have an Earth Slicer and a Phantom Fortress, and then we go into the big boys here. We have Super Dreadnought, Rail Cannon, Gustav Max. We have a number 81. We have Juggernaut Lieb, and of course, Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. These are all just super powerful Exceed monsters that you can go into. I mean, even Zeus himself is a machine, so he goes with the whole deck, but he's just good if you're playing any sort of Exceed related deck. And yeah, this is the extra deck. I think it's pretty solid. I don't really think I would change a whole lot on this, to be honest. So there you guys have it. That is my Earth Machine deck. I really like it. This deck is just really cool in the fact that you have all these different archetypes, but they all work really well together. They are all Earth Machine monsters, so I mean, yeah, they just work so well together, and it's fairly budget too. I mean, if you want to build this, I definitely think it's worth it. It's also kind of one of those decks where you can do really well with it, but like it's not, you know, super popular or not a ton of people are playing it. So I feel like this would be a safe deck to have going into the ban list. Maybe you would have to make changes if they hit like Zeus or Imperial Order, but like, you know, that isn't anything devastating to the deck. But yeah, all these cards are really powerful, and I just like the aesthetic of this deck as well, just having these awesome machine monsters out onto the field. So if you guys end up testing this out, or you do play this deck, let me know what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more. Also, don't forget to check out your playmat if you're looking for any custom playmat or card sleeve designs. And stay tuned for future videos because I'm going to be doing some more deck profiles as well as some opening videos coming up. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out and have a good one.